Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, Dodge Raindrops. Big back plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah, no it ain't, they ain't talking cash, so I did the race. NASCAR with the pace, Fiji water on the chain. Get no love where I ain't from. When I'm on the beat, I make it thumb. I need that bread like every crumb.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him a gain of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Mahomes going to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. Touchdown, Kansas City. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Butker now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, You can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. On 1st and 10, Charles. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Anthony Hitchens coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Ready, blue 45, blue 45.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And an alley to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. 78 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Charles got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Drake. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Parker unable to get that one. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is, you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
Trying to lay one up deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Butker now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Powers through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Come on, let's go! Try it 38! Try it 38!
On second down, it's Drake. A strong running. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Let's go! White, 90!
On the give, this is Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins. On third down, Charles. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They find some open field here. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A pitch out to Drake. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
From the gun on third down, Charles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play. And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Justin Houston in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Looking to throw. Charles looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. He was looking for Parker that time, and that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D-linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
He's going to get it running right. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Parker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down. Charles. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Dolphins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Hut!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Yeah, he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Chris Jones on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down. Charles, he's going to fire one. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Delvin Breaux with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct, and what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Here's Mahomes now on the option right. He can run for it, and he will. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7th. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more weaving through traffic, and now he's free. A second nice move, a spin. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another. Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary. Going for the deep ball, and that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Operating from the gun, Charles. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. This one from 48 yards away. Sanders' kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one, and another first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter. Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was... And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Ballage, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins gain a bit of respectability. Well, we got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone? What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad? Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here we go now.
They'll run again with Hunt. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This is Hunt. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Hunt. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They run with Hunt. Broken tackle. And now spinning away. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Here we go. White 90. White 90. Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Ohio. Ohio. Hunt.
On first down, Charles. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process. That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. This quarterback now 6 of 17 throwing the ball, only 35%, but he does have a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he stopped immediately there. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Charles. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Left, left, left.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now it's Hunt, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Mahomes is going to run the option left. Pretty sizable gain of 8 that time on the keeper, but now it's fourth down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
Ohio! Ohio!
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To throw on second down. Charles, he'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On third and short, Drake. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. On first and 10, Charles, he dumps it off to Drake, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing on first down. Charles, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, Charles. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. D. Ford in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Back to throw. Charles. Complete. This is Albert Wilson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Dolphins on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Charles. And over the middle, this is Parker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by David Anderson. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator,